guys, Mrs. Nightingale coming at you today with a video on the organization of life. As it says on the screen, please use this video to complete the organization of life notes that have been assigned to you in Google Classroom. You're going to need these notes. So let's talk a little bit about organization. On this slide, I have the basic organization of a city, and we can look at it one of two ways. Let's start over here on the right. Here's the city. A city is made up of buildings, lots of them. Buildings are made up of rooms. Rooms are made up of walls, and walls, at least for the purposes of our demonstration, are made up of bricks. But we can also go the opposite way. We can say it takes a lot of bricks to make a wall. It takes walls to make rooms. You have to have a lot of rooms to make a building, and a lot of different buildings make up a city. Now, let's take a look at this organization, but let's look at life. So how is life organized? Here it is. Let's start and go from big to small. Here's an organism. This one happens to be a human. An organism is made up of organ systems. Those systems are made up of organs. Those organs are made of tissues, and tissues are made of cells. By the way, you can go the opposite way. You can say it takes a lot of cells to make a tissue. It takes multiple tissues to make an organ. It takes multiple organs to make an organ system, and it takes multiple organ systems to make an organism. Here's another way to look at the organization. So we know it takes a lot of cells, if we go all the way up to the top, to make an organism. In fact, trillions of them. But let's go through the steps. So we know that an organism can be broken down into its organ systems. Organ systems can be broken down into organs. Organs can be broken down into tissues, and tissues can be broken down into cells. So let's do some definitions. What are organ or body systems? By the way, you're going to see those words used interchangeably. Some people are going to call them organ systems. Some people are going to call them body systems. But basically, it's a group of organs and tissues that work together to perform a function. What we mean by that is they have a specific job to do. Here are 6 of the organ systems of the body. By the way, there are actually 11, but these are the 6 that you're going to be responsible for. These are the 6 that we need to understand in 6th grade science. So we have the skeletal, respiratory, muscular, circulatory, digestive, and nervous system. Let's look at them a little bit individually. First, your skeletal system. Its job is to provide structure and protect your organs. It has some parts: your bones, the ligaments, tendons, and cartilage. Next, let's look at the respiratory system. Its job is to take in oxygen and expel carbon dioxide. Here are some of the parts of your respiratory system: your sinuses, your pharynx, your larynx, trachea, lungs, and diaphragm. Next, the muscular system. Its job is to allow you to do physical movements like walking, jumping, eating, running. And it also helps with the movement of your internal organs, things like your heart pumping and food moving through your digestive system. Parts. Lots of parts of your muscular system. A few of the muscles are listed here: biceps, triceps, deltoids, and the pectoralis major. Your circulatory system. It carries oxygen and nutrients to all the cells of your body. It's made up of your heart, your arteries, veins, capillaries, and of course, your blood. Your digestive system. Its job is to break down food, both mechanically, that means taking big pieces and making them into little pieces, like chewing, and chemically. That's where the acids in your stomach break your food down into its different parts. Here are the parts of the digestive system: your mouth, your esophagus, stomach, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, small intestine, and large intestine. Your nervous system. Your nervous system allows different parts of your body to communicate, and it controls everything you do. Parts. Your brain, your spinal cord, and your nerves. An organ. Now let's specifically talk about what an organ is. An organ is a group of tissues that work together to perform a function or do a job, like your lungs, or your heart, your stomach, or your liver, which is here. This is your liver, and this little organ right here is your gallbladder. By the way, you have many more organs. A tissue. A tissue is a group of similar cells that work together to perform a function. Again, do a job. In the human body, there are 4 main types of tissue. There's connective tissue, which we look at when we think of bones being connected to bones or bones being connected to muscles. There's epithelial tissue. Your skin is a great example of epithelial tissue. By the way, most of your organs also have epithelial tissue. It lines both the inside and the outside of your major organs. Muscle tissue. You actually have 3 types of muscle tissue. And of course, nervous tissue, so your body can communicate. Here are some more examples and some more information. And again, 3 types of muscle tissue. You have skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Your skeletal muscle helps you move your skeleton. Your smooth muscle is what lines things like your digestive tract and some of your arteries. And your cardiac muscle is what your heart is made of. Cells. Cells are the smallest living part of an organism. By the way, on the screen are examples of various types of cells. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Hope the video was informative. Don't forget to do your notes. Be kind and be happy.